Good evening. I want to serve a trigger warning for anyone who is a sufferer of RTS, that is religious trauma syndrome. And RTS, religious trauma syndrome, occurs when an individual struggles with leaving a religion or a set of beliefs that has led to their indoctrination. And it often involves the trauma of breaking away from a controlling environment, lifestyle, or religious figure. And the reason why I'm offering that as a warning is because I'm going to read from a document that is quite fundamental in its cosmology of the Christian faith. However, I find this document of value because I really appreciate what this person, the sincerity and the seriousness of their advice, their information that they're providing. So it's going to, involve some of the things of fundamentalist Christian terminologies and whatnot. So if anybody's offended by that or somehow brings back, traumatic memories, this is a warning along those lines. But I personally believe, a weapon is a weapon and a tool rather can be used in many ways. It can be used in a way that is in keeping with the law of one, unified consciousness, or it can be used for other, nefarious purposes meant for enslavement. But I want to share my sincere belief that we humans do. If you're not a clone, which that's a whole nother thing to get into, but there are plenty of clones, soulless clones in this world. But if you have it all, any kind of conscience left within your, intellectual landscape, within your heart, it's really about the heart. It's it is. The heart is actually a thinking type of organ as well. So anyway, I take what I want to share is though, it's just the soul is very real, and your actions, how you live your life, can either put your soul in jeopardy and lead to being one of these soulless non-player characters that are running around organic portals for lower dimension, fourth dimensional demonic astral energies, that are also preyed upon by the negative ET, aspect of all this. So anyway, this document I find it very valuable, and I'm going to read from it, and then I'll show the title, the document title, and give you some information on it. But so this is from the preface. Well, the title of the document is The Complete Deliverance Manual by Gene Moody. And before I shut this video down, I'll show you the document cover and all that, and some of the table of contents. But anyway, here we go. So the preface says, the only way for deliverance to spread around the world is for many people to begin to practice deliverance. I encourage you to take this guide, begin to practice deliverance, and to help others as you grow stronger. God asks us to help train an army to minister deliverance. May God bless you all with all spiritual blessings and bring you into all spiritual truth. Mass deliverance is simply deliverance for everyone that can hear your voice. You can use this lesson for your family or church. Normally, we only work on one area of a person's life in a meeting and do not try to cover all areas at the same time. There is nothing mysterious about deliverance. Any Christian can cast out demons. As a teacher, I am worthless if I cannot show you how to practice what I teach. The Bible is also worthless to you unless you put it into practice. Encouragement. Deliverance is the last battleground to complete freedom of the Christian. The battle is the greatest, and Satan will fight the hardest against this ministry. You are fighting God's battles. You are cursed if you are unwilling to fight. The benefits far outweigh having to go through the battle. You will learn things about the spiritual world that cannot be learned in any way other than being involved in deliverance. You will see many signs, wonders, and miracles performed by God. You will see people's lives change before your eyes and dramatically change for the better. You will help your family as you are helping others. The fringe benefits are great. So says Gene Moody. Healing and deliverance go hand in hand. Many cannot get healed without deliverance. You will see many healings and miraculous healings by the Lord through praying for healing and casting out of demons of infirmities. Reason for learning. The main reason we are teaching you how to do basic deliverance, he's talking about casting out demons, is that every Christian should be able to cast out demons, at least in their own family. Later on, God may lead you to have deliverance services in your home or church. God told us to train an army for his use. You are part of that army. Deliverance will assist in establishing family order and God's order. Every Christian should cast out demons. That's from Mark chapter 16, verse 17. There are not many deliverance ministers to help people. Christians have many demons. Proper deliverance takes a lot of time. Deliverance is a way of life and not a grand event. Parents are the best persons to minister to their children, husband to wife and wife to husband. Parents need to protect their children and set the family free from demons. Deliverance gives an understanding of God's and Satan's kingdoms that you will not get any other way. Deliverance allows you to see into the spiritual world by the manifestations of demons and angels. Get involved, study to show yourself approved by God. Seek God about deliverance. Deliverance is a constant learning process. Satan has spent thousands of years weaving a very complicated system to trap you and take you to hell, don't you? Or cause you to live a miserable Christian life here on earth. This manual is not copyrighted. You may take as many copies as you like and distribute them for the glory of God. You may freely use the lessons for teaching, amen. Teaching, what's the word I'm looking for? So, let's see. But what I find, what drew me to this document was because it's getting right down to business. It's not like, telling, what my experience, with Christianity, I grew up Catholic, keep in mind, I did win the St. Aloysius first grade prayer writing contest for the whole elementary school. I won first place as a first grade student. And, I think the school went up to sixth grade. Anyway, enough tooting my horn. But when you start casting demons out of people, you find that Christians not only have demons, but they have thousands of demons. But anyway, what drew me to this document is because this is something that's rolling up the shirt sleeves and getting down to work. Because man, they're out there. If you want to call it by Satan or the digital matrix or whatever your psyche, your intellect, whatever it is that your personal human matrix, feels comfortable with. Some people are more drawn to more clinical, psychological type of language, but anyway, but no matter what kind of language you're using to discuss the world of, reality, if you're not aware of the fact that you do have a soul and that how you live your life has consequences, and I personally believe that there's a soul trap that's been put in place. It all involves a digital matrix, and I want to, I personally believe that I have delivered myself from the third dimension and the demons that I had, um, and, and that, for, for the rest of my life, I'm 52 years of age, so however much longer is allotted to me on this in this dimension and this planet. I'm going to be a deliverer. There's no other way. Once you leave that world, it's just you have to continuously move forward towards the future, a brighter future, a more powerful, empowering future. So, but here's some warning signals real quick from this document, and then I'll show the document. But the following characteristics merit a closer look when they are pronounced: persistent or recurrent over a period of time, or progressive, tending to become more rather than less extreme. Check yourself against these warnings. The following description of behavior can be a call for help: confused or disordered thinking, loss of touch with reality. You believe in aliens? Delusions, persistence of erroneous convictions in the face of contrary evidence, hallucinations, disconnected speech, obsessions, absorption with a subject or idea to the exclusion of others, compulsions, uncontrollable urges, inability to cope with minor problems with daily routine, difficulty in keeping friends, poor social skills, isolation, withdrawal from society, pattern of failure across the board at school, at work, in sports, and personal, prolonged, severe. I mean, there's a list of quite a few lists to this list, but so let me just wrap this up, and I want to share the document. And so that's it's the Complete Deliverance Manual by Gene Moody. And this is quite detailed. I mean, there's a lot to this manual, this book, handout, what have you, but the fact that it takes very, very seriously a person's quality of life, and it uses the demonic terms, but yeah, demons exist. They do. At some point, maybe I'll share some of my personal, experiences with the demonic realm, with the satanic realm. Because when you get close to escaping it, when you're kind of like right there, that's when it comes at you the hardest. When all the stops are pulled. I mean, there's nothing, no resource left behind, or whatever. Satan, demonic entities. The third dimension, digital matrix, and negative ET. The whole schematic of what we're up against as trying to live, a hassle-free life, man. Just a simple life, just without complications, without, things that are just constantly, kind of roadblocks, what have you. There's really no reason for a person to be, a simple lifestyle is achievable, Trust me, I went from living about 5,000 miles a second to totally slowed down. And that was, like I said, started back last year of August 2021. And so anyway, but this is a cool document, and I'm gonna look through it and offer some videos that highlight some of these topics. But man, this is serious stuff. And Gene Moody, Complete Deliverance Manual. You could probably find a PDF copy of it. But and of course, if you are a Christian and you remember, Jesus is, routinely everywhere he went, he was casting out demons. You know, I don't know the church you go to or any churches these days, how they deal with things. It seems like they just give you a good little story, a nice little parable, feel good on Sunday morning, and then, but you know, there's probably some churches that have more active ministries with getting out there, rolling their sleeves up, and you know, helping people out. But so with the last video, you know, I was kind of coming a little bit hard down on the Jesus, but it wasn't Jesus as a person. It was just kind of the way Christians have used Jesus as a sort of a placebo or a sort of way to, you know, but but I do firmly believe this. And Christ, Jesus the Christ, Christ is a title. It means the anointed one. Every one of you, and I believe this firmly, as you, we are all capable of Christhood, of sainthood, whatever you want to call it, but we're all capable of living a empowered life and helping others and delivering and fighting the evil that's in this world, and you know, and empowering ourselves. But you know, first, kind of the first step in all that is not being afraid to like question the narrative. You know. So anyway, namaste, namaskaram.